That pay cut would take a wage that these firefighters say already isn't enough to begin with to simply unlivable.
I think wildland firefighters are probably one of the most underpaid workers in America right now.
Austin Skogas would know. He worked as a wildland firefighter for 4 years.
It's probably the hardest work you can do. Loved it, but yeah, I mean, when you're making $12 to $15 an hour, and you're only working half the year, that's not quite livable.
2 years ago, a bipartisan infrastructure law provided a pay bump of $20,000 or 50% of their paycheck. But that temporary increase is set to expire next week.
That's one of the biggest reasons that I just still don't do it. Loved it, but you can't live on that wage.
Unfortunately, the need is growing. In the last 10 years, an average of 61,376 wildfires have occurred per year in Montana, with an average of 7.2 million acres burned. The entire country employs just over 11,000 wildland firefighters, and soon there may be far less. The Forest Service, in a statement to a California CBS affiliate, said, "We know avoiding this pay cliff is imperative for retaining and recruiting the federal wildland firefighting workforce." Former firefighter Max Alonso sums it up.
They're being forced out of their jobs at this point. When this money goes away, they're going to lose half their paycheck.
It's thousands, tens of thousands of dollars every fire. So I don't know if they try to cut back that way to, have the little guy not making as much as they have to pay for these airplanes to come in and help put it out.
Wildland firefighters often make far less than those on a city crew. Skogas mentioned that overtime is a big driver for the job, but it is far from consistent. There's hope with bipartisan support. Congress will continue the pay bump, but a government shutdown puts that at risk.
We're going to be expecting these men and women to work for free. When they do get a paycheck, it'll be half of what they were getting before.
I'm not saying they need to make, 200 grand a year working 6 months, but at least, make it able to where they can go home and feed their family at the end of the day.
In Billings, Phil Van Pelt, MTN News.